Hey everyone, Jamie here. What I wanted to talk about today was what you do to set yourself up for success when it comes to new intentions that you have that are in support of some desire that you have. So, for example, one of my most healing intentions was I can trust myself. As someone who is a recovering people pleaser, as someone who grew up feeling not good enough, thinking nothing I ever do is enough, someone who I didn't realize this, but subconsciously believing that the love that I received was conditional, not unconditional. One of the things that typically, if that's you, if that resonates with you, one of the things that you're typically contending with is a complete lack of self-trust. And also, side note, like low self-worth. So that's something that I had to rebuild and reconnect with over the course of several years, and it's still part of my lifestyle. And so I wanted to talk about that because I do think that runs rampant. I think there's so many people with very low self-esteem or very low self-worth or no self-trust. They don't trust themselves because there's so many things that maybe they've wanted and haven't gotten, or there's so many things that they tried a little bit to get and then let themselves down or failed and gave up. And so they don't have this established baseline of, yeah, I can trust myself. And so it doesn't matter what the intention is. It doesn't matter what the desire is. This is for anything. But one of the most important things that you do, which I've already sort of said, but let me just be more clear about it and state it more definitively, is when you have a desire for something, you want to set an intention about it. And so what's interesting is most people aren't just like walking down the street and they're not, and their deep desire is not something like, oh, I need to trust myself more. For me and for so many people, what happens is it shows up in our consciousness because we've set a different, because we have a different desire, and we don't realize until it bubbles up into our consciousness that this is a core problem associated with not having that desire. Like the desire is to 10x my business income. I think that was my desire. I was walking around with that desire. And then what bubbled to the surface, what showed up in my consciousness after I had activated the energy of that desire was, oh, you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself to achieve that. You don't trust yourself to call that in. You don't trust yourself to manifest that. And that's when it was like, oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like I don't trust myself. That's crazy. So a lot of times that will happen as well. So when you have a desire, you want to set an intention, you're activating the energy of that desire. And what comes of that then is anything that's out of alignment with you having the desire is going to bubble up to your consciousness for you to deal with, for you to handle. And so after you've set an intention, the next thing that you want to do is you want to give yourself, like you want to so generously notice and put a spotlight on and celebrate any any evidence, big or small, that is in alignment with your intention and your desire. So for example, when I was doing this on I Can Trust Myself, anytime I followed through on something, that is an opportunity for me to go, see, there was this thing that needed to be done and I did it. I can trust myself. Anytime you handle your shit, right? Like anytime there's a problem or an issue and you take care of it or you find a solution. I was experiencing something with my health, and my inspired guidance was to do a little research, like a tiny bit of research, like go on Pinterest. What does Pinterest have to say about this? Read a few articles, on Google. Use Grok AI or ChatGPT and see what they have to say, right? Like that was the inspiration that I received. That's what I was compelled to do. And then I did it. See, I can trust myself. And then from the list of things, I said no to anything that didn't resonate for me. And I decided, okay, I like that as a backup solution. I'm going to try this first. And then I did try it. And everything is better now. See, I can trust myself. I can trust my inner guidance. When I take inspired action, it allows the manifestation of what I desire, right? Like these are the things that we can say to ourselves. So the same is true. Let's say you want to manifest more abundance in your life. One of the unsung hero hacks of doing that is to celebrate the abundance that shows up in your life in any way. Ooh, look at that. How cool is it that every month a set of coupons comes in my mail, and look at all these ways I could save money if I wanted to eat at this fast food joint, or if I wanted to get a new heater. If I want to replace my windows, look at this, there's a coupon. If I want to replace my roof. Right now, 999 times out of 1,000, you might not use a single one of those coupons, but you can leverage the fact that you received those coupons as an opportunity to dwell in abundance, because you've got the coupons if you need them. Something else that slipped by me the other day, I play this game. It doesn't matter where your wealth is at. You can be making 6 figures and you can still celebrate those fucking coupons that you won't even use. You can be a millionaire and play this game. Or you can be someone who can't pay their bills and play this game, right? Like it works for everyone under every circumstance, because the point is you're activating the energy of abundance. You're activating the energy of gratitude. And when you're in the energy of appreciating what it is, the abundance in front of you, then you're in an energy of receiving more things to appreciate that are abundant. So again, when you're just looking around, you have evidence of abundance that you're totally ignoring and that you're not paying any attention to. Like right now, I'm so cozy and comfortable and warm. I've got this plush robe on. I've got a heated blanket I'm wrapped in. I'm in this really comfortable, cozy chair, and I've just got this one little light turned on so that you can see my face. Like, gosh, I am just so abundantly cozy and comfortable and warm, and it's like, it feels so luxurious and amazing. Like, how good is it that I can marinate in that energy? I have an abundance of beverages next to me. I have multiple water bottles. I have, so something that I overlooked the other day, but then I caught it and I was so proud of myself was, guess what? There was something I bought on Amazon over the holiday season, and it just wasn't what I expected it to be. It didn't work out. It was not something I was ever going to use, and it was something I could return. So I returned it. And guess what? When I returned it, I celebrated the abundance, knowing I celebrated. This is like, how abundant am I? How much flexibility and freedom do I have? This feels so good. When I purchase something and it's not quite what I want, I get to return it. I'm not stuck settling for something that's not quite right. I get to return it. I get my money back. I love that. That's so abundant. Appreciate that flexibility and that freedom in my life. And I'm celebrating that $15 that's coming back to me. Why? Because I can, right? Like, how abundant is it of me to be a good steward of my money and not just throw that money away on something I'm never going to use? Then, just yesterday, that money actually, like, that money didn't come right back to me when I returned it. They had to receive the item and inspect it or whatever. I don't know. And so it was just yesterday that I got an email saying, okay, your refund has been issued. And so yesterday, I initially dismissed the opportunity to revel in that abundance. And then I caught myself. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. Because guess what? It's not against the rules to celebrate the same thing multiple times. For example, when someone reaches out to me and they are inquiring about my coaching prices and what the investment level is, and they want to talk more about coaching with me, I celebrate them as a potential client right then and there. I express gratitude. I reinforce my intention and desire that I don't know how and I don't know why, but my soulmate clients find me, they reach out to me, and it's so easy and it's so enjoyable and it's so effortless. I reinforce that intention when people reach out to me. Oh, this is so amazing. I am so appreciative of this evidence that new clients just find me and reach out. And then I celebrate them again when they say yes. Oh my God, this is so amazing. I've got a new soulmate client, and it was so effortless and it was so easy. And they just reached out and found me somehow, some way, somehow. I don't even know how. I'm so grateful. This is so abundant. I am so grateful. And then when they pay me, right, I celebrate it again. Like, it's not one and done. We get to make everything an opportunity to celebrate, appreciate, and notice and anchor into the abundance that exists all around us. And guess what happens as a result? It flows more abundantly to us. So I hope all of those examples helped, and I hope that they really gave you just like a little bit of, I just hope that it, you know what I hope for? My intention is that it gave you an opportunity to see how we are surrounded by this abundance. We are surrounded by things we can appreciate. We're surrounded by things that we can treat as the energy of what our desires are. And we just have to acknowledge them. We just have to pause and give ourselves a moment to settle into that feeling. And not, here's the other thing, by the way. The energy you conjure is what matters. So this is a really important point. I'm glad I'm including this. Like I said earlier, I have multiple water bottles right next to me. And those water bottles are an opportunity to anchor into the energy of abundance. But let me just tell you something. Me just going, okay, I want to anchor into abundance. Okay, it's abundant that I have this blanket. It's abundant that I have 2 water bottles. It's abundant that I have a laptop. It's abundant that I have 20 pens. Okay, I can say all those things, but I haven't activated the energy within me of abundance. Okay, like I can say that and I don't feel abundant at all. Or I can say it and I can conjure the feeling of abundance. How fucking cool is it? Like, this is amazing. I am so abundant. I am such a wealthy, rich person. I have a laptop, not only right next to me, but I have a laptop in every room of this house. I have a laptop or a computer or both in almost every room of this house. Like, how crazy is that? How fucking abundant is that? That's amazing. Like, I am so grateful. Like, this is so good. I am so abundant. Like, I am so abundantly nourished and watered. Like, how amazing, like, how good is it? And I love these water bottles. I chose these water bottles and I love these water bottles and they're exactly what I wanted. Like, that's so abundant that I don't have to just drink out of a random cup I don't like. I have not just one, but I have multiple water bottles. And it's clean water and it's nourishing water and it's healthy water. Like, there's so many people around the world that don't have that. Like, how lucky am I? How abundant am I? How wealthy and rich am I? Right? Like, dwelling on it and feeling it in our bodies and truly connecting with this energy of abundance. I hope this is helping, and I hope I'm illustrating it in a way that is making like the light bulb go off, or just the flipping that switch, or just getting it at a deeper level. Like, it's not just rattling off. And this is where so many people go wrong with their daily gratitude practice. They do it so quickly, they don't activate the energy at all, because all they're really trying to do is check it off the list. They just want to get it done. They just want to say they've done it. Well, listen, if you don't actually activate the energy, it didn't work. Like, it's not going to work. Just being like, yeah, okay, like, I'm grateful that I have a bunch of different pens. That's not, you didn't activate the energy of gratitude there. Now, if you're just like, oh my God, I just like, this is, I'm like living in my perfect world, in my perfect ideal life. These are the pens I would have. I wouldn't change a thing. How amazing is that? I'm so grateful. Like, literally, as a billionaire, these are the pens I would choose. I am using the same pens that billionaire me uses. Like, how cool is that? I'm so grateful that I literally am so wealthy and so abundant that I get to use the same pens I would use if I were a billionaire. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, that's a totally different energy than, like, I'm grateful that I have a bunch of pens, you know? Okay. I hope I gave you some good examples there. My intention is that this helped, I don't know, just clarify something. And I hope these examples served you. Remember, any questions, put them in the comments. I'll be happy to respond to them. And you know what? I provide an email in my YouTube descriptions as well. And so, listen, if you're not comfortable adding your questions in the comment section and you'd be more comfortable sending them via email, don't expect a reply, but I will add them to my list of topics and I will make future videos based on the questions, okay? So remember, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to live and love your life on purpose.